Welcome back, AP Macroeconomics students. Today we're going to talk about topic 3.8, fiscal policy. So think about a car. The economy is like a car. You can drive 120, but it's not sustainable. This is extremely low unemployment. But you can also drive 20, which is too slow. The car can easily go faster, high unemployment. 70 miles per hour is sustainable, full employment. We're talking about driving on the freeway here. Some cars have the capacity to drive faster than others, industrial nations versus third world nations. But if the engine, technology, or the gas mileage, productivity increase, then the car can drive at even higher speeds, an increased LRAS. The government often speeds up or slows down the economy by using two types of policy, fiscal or monetary. Consumers in the economy. Consumption is the most important part of the economy. Consumers will spend a certain amount no matter what, regardless of their income. This is called autonomous consumption. Usually to pay for necessities, food, shelter, water. Consumer spending is made up of autonomous spending and disposable income, income after taxes. If incomes are less than autonomous spending, then there's dissavings or negative savings. But what if incomes fall and people stop buying things? Who often steps in? How does the government stabilize the economy? The government has two different tools. Fiscal policy, those are actions by Congress to stabilize the economy, and monetary policy. Those are actions by the Federal Reserve Bank to stabilize the economy. Today, we're going to look at fiscal policy, spending, and taxes. Discretionary versus non-discretionary. Discretionary fiscal policy is when Congress creates a new bill that is designed to change aggregate demand through government spending or taxation. One problem is lag time due to bureaucracy. It also takes time for Congress to act. In a recession, Congress increases spending. Non-discretionary fiscal policy includes what's considered automatic stabilizers. These are permanent spending or tax laws enacted to work counter-cyclically to stabilize the economy. When GDP goes down, government spending automatically increases and taxes automatically fall. Examples include social programs like welfare and unemployment and the income tax. Contractionary fiscal policy is when the government hits the brake. Laws that reduce inflation, decrease GDP, try to close an inflationary gap. You can do this by decreasing government spending or increasing taxes, or a combination of the two. Expansionary fiscal policy is when the government hits the gas. These are laws that reduce unemployment and increase GDP, attempting to close a recessionary gap. These include increased government spending or decreasing taxes, or a combination of the two. So here's some fiscal policy practice. Congress uses discretionary fiscal policy to manipulate the falling economy. The MPC is 0.8. What type of gap is there? What type of policy is needed, contractionary or expansionary? What are two options to fix the gap? And what is the least amount of initial government spending to close the gap? The answer is $100 billion. Shift in aggregate demand. How about Congress uses discretionary fiscal policy to manipulate the falling economy with an MPC of 0.5? What type of gap? Will you need contraction or expansionary? What are the two options? And how much is needed to close this gap? The answer is minus $10 billion. You need a decrease in aggregate demand to bring you back to the long-run aggregate supply. Congress uses discretionary fiscal policy to manipulate the falling economy, an MPC of 0.8. What are the options? How much do they have to spend the gap? Close the gap. The answer is $4 billion. How much tax cut to close the gap? The answer is a $5 billion tax cut based on the MPC. A shift in aggregate demand will bring you back to the long-run aggregate supply curve. One of the problems of fiscal policy is that it takes time to go into effect. Fiscal policy often has three time lags. One, recognition lag. Congress must react to economic indicators before it's too late. Two, administrative lag. Congress takes time to pass legislation. And three, operational lag. Spending and planning takes time to organize and execute. some multiple choice questions, some FRQs, and some practice videos. Thank you.